present, I work in a ticket office at Brixton Station and Pimlico Station, and I'm also an artist. Been working with London Underground for 12 years, and a few years ago I was commissioned to produce a series of portraits of London Underground staff, and the pictures hung in their main training centre, which is called Ashfield House. Since then I just normally paint for my own enjoyment and exhibit occasionally in different galleries. If I was to say that my pictures are related and influenced by the interaction of all the thousands of people that I come into contact at work with, I would say that it's an indirect influence. What I mean by that is that there's communication, there's unresolved journeys, there's information. I believe that people are thinking what I'm thinking, only that I go home after a day's work and put my emotional experience on paper, on canvas. Basically I'm painting my day. The pictures themselves are what I'd call a diary, a day-to-day diary of how I'm feeling, and once again the painting is just an interpretation of that emotion. I'm an artist who works for London Underground, and I live to work and I work to live, and I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. The shift work pays for my daily living, and the painting pays for my daily unpaid job. And both feed each other and give off an emotional energy, emotional, psychological energy, so to speak. For me, the artist is like the philosopher committed to a truth-seeking activity. I look at my reality and outer life containing wish fulfillments and self-representation of the unconscious, knowing, perceiving, using intuition and exercising my will. The mind itself wants nothing unless it creates a want for itself and seeks an intuitive recognition when understanding my dreams as the detached observer. The references to William Blake, Francis Bacon, Max Beckmann and Tracey Emin abound. Hell may be necessary, but that doesn't mean anybody is in it. We long for our lives to have a metaphysical base. Our existence is ultimately meaningless, or we can paint it a meaning. With titles like The World Turns in Your Hand, Terrible Beauty for Ugly Ends, and the early Share My Grief, which dealt with the death of my father, the influence of my time in Berlin still penetrates my imagination like unfinished business. The strong romantic feeling weaving in and out of the work is like taking a walk on the bottom of the ocean, overwhelming and gripping. The creative mind plays with the objects it loves. I believe that inside everyone is an artist they didn't know about. It's just the ones who create who have discovered this. Painting is an attempt to come to terms with life. There are many solutions as there are human beings. Imagination is more important than knowledge. The job of the artist is always to deepen the mystery. Creativity helps make people generous, joyful, lively, bold and compassionate and indifferent. Indifferent to fighting and the accumulation of objects and money. Paintings are silent poetry. Inspiration, conscious and subconscious. A necessity, a passion. Painting is just another way of keeping a diary. The way I use the painting for me is like a psychological dialogue where the canvas is like a therapist. You're basically talking to yourself, and in my case, it's enjoying that conversation.